There are parts of the Pacific Northwest that virtually remain unexplored. There are areas where no man has probably set foot in. And you have to think that there could be potentially undiscovered new species or animals that exist in this region that most of us have never seen before. Now, this story comes out of the Pacific Northwest. There was this man who worked as a search and rescue. And he said that this one particular time, he was doing a search and rescue operation in the Olympia forest. And he said a hiker had got lost off one of the trails and had been missing for a couple days. They ended up in this very remote area of the forest. And he said he just remembered when his search team got into this area, they were seeing plants and flowers and things that they had never seen before. He said it almost appeared like it was some sort of prehistoric world. That's when he started to hear a moaning sound. And he followed this sound to a fallen down tree trunk. And he said inside of it was this man who was in very bad shape. So they helped get this guy out of the tree trunk and they put him in like this carrier. As they were carrying him out of the forest, he starts screaming like they're giant centipedes, giant centipedes. He said, "What do you mean? What are you talking about?" And he said the guy said that there were these 7-foot, 8-foot tall creatures. So he seen one of them take a deer and just drag it away. And he kept going on and on about these creatures in the woods. As they're taking this guy out of the forest, he said that they could hear scurrying sounds and they could hear these loud hissing sounds. And it was really, really kind of terrifying. They managed to get him out of there. And he said a couple weeks later, he goes and visits this guy. And he asks him, he says, "Hey, these things you've seen in the woods, like, could you draw a picture of what you like think they look like?" So he said this guy jotted down an image. And in the picture, he said, it looked like this very huge centipede. So he goes on the internet and he started doing some research and he finds that this guy drew an exact picture of a prehistoric animal that had lived in the region hundreds of thousands of years ago. This next story takes place near Mount Rainier. He said they were doing a search and rescue operation up in the mountains. And he said that's when his search team, they came into this area that they hadn't really been before. That's when they discovered all of these stairs that were running down the mountainside. Said they were just like amazing stonework. And there was all this art and drawings on the staircase. And he had no idea what they went to, what they belonged to, like where they came from. They said they looked like they had been there for hundreds of years. So that night, they set up camp right around this area. And he said at nighttime, they witnessed these orbs of light climbing up the stairs. And then when they would get to the top, they would disappear. Many months later, he said he tried to go on his own and find this place. And he could not relocate where these stairs were. But he is one of several people who have mentioned finding strange staircases in this area.